Easter, a reminder of immeasurable love. For many, it points to the liberty given to an undeserving lot through the sacrifice of one. An easy feat? No, but a promise made and kept. The fact is, human progress is neither automatic nor inevitable. Every step toward any goal requires sacrifice, suffering, and struggle. You're inside the pages of Jamaica magazine. I am Adrian Atkinson. Stay with us. We have an interesting lineup ahead. The economic pie for the 2018-2019 fiscal year forecasts even greater growth for the country. Here's how the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries is adding their expert flavors to their given slice.
The 2018-19 estimates of expenditure is now available, and the Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries Ministry has been allotted over $6.2 billion. Government is also providing $1 billion to fund development projects, while another $122 million is being provided by our multilateral and bilateral partners. Here are the highlights.
For this country to grow, agriculture has to grow. And you are the ones who have been growing agriculture over these years.
To facilitate this vision for growth, our farmers will be benefiting from training programs, farm supplies, and the rehabilitation of water catchment sources and greenhouses. In addition, 234.3 kilometers of farm roads will be repaired island-wide, allowing easier access to the fields.
With the improvement in the road, it will make a tremendous difference in the travel time and the general efficiency.
Something else that will make a tremendous difference: structural repairs at the Bodles Research Station and an increase of the staff complement within its livestock unit.
The growth and development of this sector has always been closely correlated with the weather. The onset of climate change has made this correlation even closer, and the sector cannot continue to perform at a sustainable manner unless we radically shift our strategy.
As such, fishing and aquaculture communities' resilience to climate change will be strengthened through a partnership with the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. 6 rainwater harvesting systems, 50 on-farm drip irrigation systems, and 6 land husbandry farmer field schools are all a part of the strategies being implemented to strengthen the resilience of the agricultural sector and coastal areas for the 2018-19 fiscal year. Under the recurrent budget, the Plant Quarantine Produce Inspection and Food Safety Unit will be stepping up its fight against pests and diseases, and also the prevention of unwanted exotic pests entering the island. Whereas the Predial Larceny Unit will be continuing its fight against farm theft with an $11.6 million budget.
There is need for even greater training of the youth in agriculture. That is why the 4-H is so critical to the development of young people going into agriculture.
The Jamaica 4-H clubs will use its provisions to promote the establishment of new agriculture businesses and provide technical support and grants for startup businesses. Furthering the vision of prosperity is the Industry and Commerce sections, which will be receiving big boosts this financial year. A government-funded $160 million industrial project will see stakeholders in the cannabis industry benefiting from an improved licensing project. And with MSMEs making major contributions to our economic growth, $422 million has been set aside to create even more opportunities for the sector. Also on the horizon is the establishment of 5 small business development centers to be funded by a $30 million projected income from the Jamaica Business Development Corporation, JBDC.
Those centers will facilitate small business to not have to travel large distances to get expert advice and to be trained in the affairs of establishing a business and maintaining the management structures necessary for small business to succeed. It is sincerely hoped that with the support of everyone, holding hands in partnership, we can make these funds be spent in a manner that will redound to the benefit of as many people as possible.
The Electoral Commission of Jamaica, ECJ, has extended the validity of all voters' IDs. Yes, I said it. All voters' IDs are valid until December 31, 2019. Businesses are being asked to continue to accept voter ID cards as a valid form of identification. Don't worry, the ECJ will continue to process new and replacement ID cards until the new expiration date. For more information, call toll-free at 1-888-991-8683 or email eojinfo@eoj.com.jm. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica, committed to free and fair elections.
You can have a great product or service, but if your offerings are not understood by your target audience, then that can result in confusion. The Jamaica Customs Agency has been on a mission to make sure there is no mystery in their operations through their Customs Meets the Community sensitization program. On this trip, residents in Portland were told about their importation and exportation of charitable items and pesticides.
For the third in a series of its community engagements, Customs Meets the Community, the Jamaica Customs Agency JCA was at the Old Marina in Port Antonio, Portland in November 2017 after passing through St. Elizabeth in May and St. Catherine in August. Customs Meets the Community is part of the JCA's overall public education strategy to inform and educate its stakeholders at the community level. On its third engagement, Portlanders got the opportunity to learn more about the Jamaica Customs Agency, covering its mandates, functions, and operational processes and procedures.
This type of engagement is one such one to ensure that you understand us more, and more importantly, we understand how to serve you better.
To do this, the JCA continues to collaborate with various border control and regulatory agencies, two of which were on hand to make presentations at the event. Among the benefits charity organizations enjoy are exemptions from paying customs duty, the General Consumption Tax (GCT), and only 50% of the Customs Administration Fee (CAF). The importation of a motor vehicle, however, attracts import duty, GCT, and 50% CAF. To receive these benefits, entities are required to register with the Department of Cooperatives and Friendly Societies, DCFS, an agency of the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries.
We process, we provide information to the charities, we publish information on the charities, we monitor to ensure that the same standard that you had when you were registered, that you maintain that standard.
The process of registering a charity includes completion of the registration form accessed through the DCFS. Each board member of the organization is also required to complete a fit and proper questionnaire and submit this along with certified passport-size photographs. A statement of income and expenditure as well as a TRN for the entity should also be submitted at the time of registration. Contact the Department of Cooperatives and Friendly Societies for more information on registering a charity. One of the roles of the Pesticides Control Authority, PCA, is the regulation of imported pesticides.
From time to time, people will go abroad and find stuff that they think might be useful for their homes. For example, rat poison. People see rat poison in the States and carry it come here, but it is not safe. All right, there are different types of rat poison. The one that you see in the States, it might be the one that as your pitney eat it in dead. Compared to the ones that you see out here, if your pitney bite it, you have time to carry them to the doctor to save them life. All right? Because we allow the ones that don't kill instantly.
To clear pesticides at customs, a permit is needed from the PCA.
We have a list of what we call registered pesticides. Those are pesticides that persons have come to us with before. The complete screening process is done. We are satisfied that this pesticide can be used under Jamaican conditions safely. All right? Once a pesticide is registered, anybody can import it. As long as you're willing to pay the 2% of the value of the goods, you can import your pesticides.
For more information on importing pesticides, contact the Pesticides Control Authority. Residents also got the opportunity to have their questions answered by customs officials.
How would I know when I would have to pay for something as compared to when I don't have to pay for it?
You must conduct your research, and customs now is available online. We have the customer service unit. You can always call 922-514-028. It goes up to 8.
I would like to commend you on a very good public exchange. I received you very well, and I found it very, very informative.
The agency will continue these series of community engagements in 2018. Look out, as next time around, the customs team may be in your community, providing information that can improve your interaction with the entity.
Today's Saturday Soup features what is referred to by some as the accidental invention, the Pog Pot, P-Y-G-G pot. This existed before real banks, and so people commonly stored their money at home, not under the mattress, but in common kitchen jars called a Pog Pot. Call it the flaws in Chinese telephone setup or the evolution of the English language, but somehow P-Y-G-G became P-I-G-G, and the Y was added, and now we have what is called a piggy bank. The Pog Pot, a taste of history in our Saturday Soup.
We want a productive Jamaica. We are not productive Jamaicans. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity is the way to go for all us Jamaicans. Small business, big business, old and young, we are tell every woman and man. We want growth and prosperity for a better nation with a building plan. So we can build our product and sell our product and put more money in our hand. Our economy can rise to a level and build a better nation. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity.
The allocation to the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information for financial year 2018-2019 has increased by $2.7 billion. Among the budget items, over $3 billion for the development of the early childhood sector. We examine the other allocations next.
You have a budget to invest more money into the early childhood sector. Tap them right, so their future will be bright.
Yes, over $3.56 billion has been allocated by the ministry in its 2018-2019 budget to improve the early childhood sector. Teacher subsidies as well as material and nutrition grants will be issued in 1,877 institutions. Selected infant schools will receive repairs and minor upkeep to equipment and their physical facilities. 9 schools will be renovated, and construction will be completed on 2 infant schools being built with funding support from the Chinese government.
Our children are so precious. Why would we allow them to be in substandard institutions?
The primary sector has not been neglected. More classrooms will be constructed in 10 primary schools to alleviate overcrowding. Canteens, ICT rooms, drainage systems and garbage disposal units in the schools will also be upgraded. The government's strategic plan to improve more skills training opportunities for young people will also be supported. $1 million is earmarked to create facilities that will get more students interested in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
To develop their problem solving and their creative skills, that they not only solve problems, but we can create new products and services that we can monetize, that we can earn from those kind of activities, so that this country will grow and prosper.
$7.3 million of the budget will also go towards providing tuition assistance for primary and all-age students. Over $4 billion will be used to provide tuition, boarding and examination fees assistance to high school students, and another $394.8 million will provide tuition assistance for students in technical and vocational education. $120.7 million will be allocated by the government to retrofit solar systems in schools to reduce electricity bills between 40 and 70%. And $146.6 million is provided to continue the government's safety and security program in schools. $461.8 million is also projected to continue the education system transformation program. National standard curriculum workshops will be executed, staff transitioned to a modernized structure, and revision of the National Assessment Program completed.
We're creating an education system with equity, so everybody gets quality early child education, quality primary education, quality secondary, and everybody gets an opportunity for tertiary education. What a revolution we're going to have in Jamaica.
The Clarendon Municipal Corporation now invites sealed bids from eligible contractors for the proposed rehabilitation of Fernley Avenue and Love Lane in Clarendon. Interested contractors must be registered with the National Contracts Commission in the category General Roadworks, Civil Engineering Works Grade 4 and above, and must be tax compliant at the time of bidding. Eligible bidders can obtain tender documents at the Municipal Corporation's office, 3 Sevens Road, Maypen. Bidding closes 12 noon on Tuesday, April 3, 2018. Contact the Clarendon Municipal Corporation at 876-986-2216 for more information.
Mommy? Yes, sweetie? How can I change my world?
You can change your world by being polite.
Good morning.
Good morning. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Miss.
With just one action.
We can change the world with acts of random kindness.
Stay kind, act kind, be kind.
In this another season of hope and renewal, the Jamaica Constabulary Force continues to remind us that there's one universal language that we all should learn to speak, the language of love.
So many times we sit and we talk and we say, hey, I would love for Jamaica to be this kind of place. But what are you really doing? What type of Jamaica do you want to see?
We're hoping to use art to teach Jamaica that it's not the thunder that grows the flower, it's the gentle rain. We want Jamaica to stop thundering for everything and start to put forth gentle rain, especially in the lives of our youth.
This gentle rain is the Acts of Random Kindness initiative being put forward by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the JCF, a program that inspires and encourages expressions of kindness.
Our project comes out of our youth empowerment and mentorship program, where we're teaching our youngsters to know themselves, to know their purpose, to understand that it is important to cultivate attitudes of kindness, gratitude, and respect, as well as to put themselves on a good destiny, a life path.
The Youth Empowerment and Mentorship Program uses the iPad Summer Camp to teach resilience and social skills to children from at-risk communities.
If we can show you an act of kindness when you were young, if you were to reciprocate this act of kindness to somebody else, what a wonderful Jamaica this could be.
We saw a youth leader in the camp who decided to take responsibility for the lack of a belt on one of his team's part and said, you know what, you have my belt and I will then take the responsibility for the consequences. It's like an evolution and a revolution all at once, because they made revolutionary changes to their behaviors as opposed to when they just came on day one, day two, and you could start to see them evolving into being kind and gentler youth.
Action means identity, purpose, attitude, and destiny. So with the attitude, you have I will show respect, kindness, and gratitude. It's important because most youths are growing up in very disturbing societies where a level of kindness and love isn't shown. So the camp actually gives us that love that is missing from our lives and help us to reflect this on others as well.
We want our youth to do tangible acts of random kindness, to be kindness ambassadors in their schools and communities. This will in turn raise the awareness in adults that they too should be agents of change.
We are challenging Jamaica to engage in a very self-conscious way in acts of random kindness amongst adults and towards our children. We want you to think kind, Jamaica. We want you to act kind. We want you to be kind.
I am ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. You have to have kindness in your heart. You have to be compassionate towards people. Some persons really need it. A little act of kindness sometimes motivates somebody else.
So we want our youngsters at school, at home, and at play to think kind, act kind, and be kind. It is a message that needs to be self-conscious.
We are inviting you, youth, adults, business places, to take up your link in the chain and bring this initiative to life. Respond with smiles, hugs, positive affirmations, and acts of kindness to transform relationships in homes, schools, the workplace. Transform relationships right across Jamaica.
If we want a kinder, gentler Jamaica, where all of us want to live, work, and raise families, it is important that each and every one of us start to think about the words that we speak to our children. Start with a kind word. Start by giving a smile and saying good day. Start by saying thank you. Start by giving a hug. Where you can be a mentor, just listen to their concern. Show that you have some degree of understanding and empathy.
Be conscious, be aware. The cost to being kind is a state of mind.
Exposing our talents, preserving the culture, sharing our tastes in teas, tins, jars, bottles, branded Jamaica, the people, the culture, the products, the food of champions.
Jamaica is a tiny giant in the world of agro-processed foods. Island producers are dishing out big, unique flavors, employing ingenuity and utilizing the support of state agencies to steadily eke out more of the international market for these goods. Jamaican companies like Central Food Packers are making a mark on this agricultural offshoot, exporting quality canned, bottled and baked foods to markets in North America, the United Kingdom, Canada and the Caribbean. Included in the mix are mild to spicy hot sauces, jams and jellies, a must if you want to proclaim your Jamaicanness. Ackee, delivered to you in a can, and for a bit of green delight, callaloo canned in brine. Then there are some unique Jamaican spreads for your breads and biscuits, like a dab of Solomon Gundy or a spoonful of delicious mango, sorrel or tamarind chutney. And let's not forget the roots wines. Jamaica's value-added agro-processors are engaged in other sweet pursuits. Companies like Honeykiss are churning out all-natural honey confections. As they'll tell you, and you can taste for yourself, pure Jamaican wildflower honey is infused with just a choops of natural unique fruits, vegetables and spices, ginger, Blue Mountain coffee, pimento, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper. Sweet, aromatic, rich, strong are entirely inadequate labels. Have a taste of authentic Jamaican honey, and what you'll get is a pure, honest flavor, aroma and taste, and medicinal benefits that make healthy living absolutely enticing. Whether your delight is tea, coffee, or maybe cocoa, Jamaican value-added producers have carved out a reputation for delivering only the best. Jamaica is known for its lush landscapes, revered for its music, celebrated for its track stars, and the world is hooked on our coffee. And it's hardly surprising. The species of choice in the Jamaican coffee industry, Arabic coffee, is widely accepted as producing the far superior cup. And Blue Mountain is the brand best loved by coffee connoisseurs from near and far, commanding high prices wherever it's sold. Cultivated high up in the misty blue-hued mountains of the island, maturing in rich volcanic-based soil, only the best bright red cherries are hand-picked, sun-dried, stored, cured, hulled, polished, sized, hand-sorted and packaged to bring the highest quality coffee to your tables. The end product is a cup of exceptionally balanced, exotic and intense aroma with an intricate range of flavor notes that is said to include a subtle hint of herbs, spice and chocolate. Let's take a tea break. Authentic, Jamaican, instant, Salada teas are among a thriving tea market that bags flavors familiar to most people and countries, mixed in with some distinct Jamaican blends. Now for another sweet treat. The cacao plant, or Jamaican cocoa, is a wide-branching evergreen tree from which the world-famous Jamaican cocoa, chocolate, and cocoa butter are produced. Local companies like Chocolate Dreams are milking the lessons learned from centuries of Jamaican cocoa production to turn out sweet delights for every palate. Besides being a pleasure to the taste buds, these products benefit from the many nutritious compounds of the Jamaican cocoa beans. From the mild stimulant of the caffeine alkaloid theobromine to its natural fat starch and the natural amphetamine phenylethylamine, Jamaican cocoa is a folk remedy for maladies from wounds to fevers, coughs, burns, and listlessness. Its fat, Jamaican cocoa butter, is used in confections, in manufacturing soaps and cosmetics. Sweet, medicinal, another Jamaican agri-pursuit poised for new investment, ready to compete with the best anywhere in the world. So, what's your delight? Whatever it is, Jamaican farmers and end producers are uniquely and creatively positioned to deliver. In this land of wood and water, champions are not just made for the tracks, they're also found in the fields and in the shopping carts of discerning consumers the world over.
Our show ends here, but the stories continue on our social media pages. Do join in the conversation and let's create an exchange type of relationship where we can learn from and share with each other. I'm Adrian Atkins, and until tomorrow, do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.